Chapter 11 is about voice and data delivery networks. Voice and data delivery. So if we move on, after the introduction, we see the basic telephone system, plain old telephone system or POTS, POTS. Then telephone lines and trunks, central office CO. Here we go with the analog local loop as it connects your house to the telephone company central's office. So yeah, this is just an all day how the phone system used to be. Twisted copper lines, twisted pair. Then we have the how long the telephone network know. How does the telephone network know when the telephone call is long distance? Local access transport area is a geographical area such as a large metropolitan area of networks. All right. A trunk does not have a telephone number associated with it because it can carry hundreds of voice and data channels. These hundreds of voice and data channels are typically carried between central office and the other telephone switching centers. Then we have the telephone network before and after 1984. We are talking about the states here, of course. AT&T, CenturyLink, formerly Quest, which was formerly US West, Verizon, formerly Bell Atlantic. Yeah. If we keep going on, we'll see the local exchange carrier and inter-exchange carriers. Centrix, PBX, Private Branch Exchange, PBX, is a computerized, self-contained telephone system that sits in the telephone room on a company's premises. A PBX handles all in-house calls and places calls onto outside telephone lines. PBX can also offer telephone system services such as voicemail, call forwarding, dialing plans that use the latest expensive local and long-distance telephone circuits. Not the latest, the least, like cheaper. And private lines and tie lines are leased lines that require no dialing. They are permanent direct connection between two specific points. We call them private lines or tie lines. And telephones after the 1996, a second major event in the recent history of telephone industry occurred in 1996 with the passing of Telecommunications Act of this, passed by Congress and adopted by Federal Commission. The Telecommunications Act paved the way anybody to offer a local telephone service to homes and business. And new providers of local telephone services were called competitive local exchange carriers, and they could not include inter-exchange carriers, cable TV. And they could include inter-exchange carriers, cable TV operators, small companies with virtually no equipment, and even electrical power company. And If we keep going on, we'll see limitations of telephone signals, the two telephone channels, and their assignment of frequencies. Just like that. The more information you wish to send over media, the higher frequency of the signal you need to represent the information. If you want to send data over a telephone line, it must be able to travel in one or more 4000 Hz channels. Dial-up internet service, and that's the modems, the internet via dial-up internet service. And the modems is not really used anymore at homes. The analog and digital forms of telephone connection between home and central office. So at home it's digital, it became modulated or added to a carrier, just like FSK, PSK, then demodulated back. Analog digital conversion performed here, noise introduced. Digital to analog conversion here, it's not only the conversion, it's the modulation as well. Digital subscriber line, DSL, and it's also obsolete. Symmetric connection, asymmetric connection, like the up and down, the upload and download. If they are the same, it's symmetric. If they are not the same, and usually you need download more than upload, so it's asymmetric. The four necessary components of a DSL connection. So this is a DSL modem. This is splitter DSL. This is telephone switch. And DSL format, asymmetric, digital subscriber. The four DSL formats are in use today. Asymmetric digital subscriber, DSL Lite, very high data rate DSL, and rate adaptive DSL, a format in which the transfer rate can vary depending on the noise level. All right. Cable modems, and we'll just go through that real quick. And details about cable modems and T1 leased line service. And we have the frame relay. Frame relay is a packet switch network that was designed for transmitting data over fixed lines, no dial-up. All right. 3 business connected on a frame relay, cloud via local connections. So this is a telephone line, this is also telephone lines, and they are connected to the frame relay, exchange information over telephone lines. Frame relay connection between Chicago and Orlando. Committed information rate or service level agreements. The burst rate. Asynchronous transfer mode. Like frame relay is a very high-speed packet switch or ATM. ATM, like frame relay, is a very high-speed packet switch service that is offered by a number of communication companies. A business that wants to send data between 2 points at a very high data rate might consider using ATM. And we have the virtual channel connection, virtual path connection, and user network interface and network interface, ATM classes of service. So they have class of service. Class of service is a definition of the type of traffic and underlying technology that will support the type of traffic. And here are some details about the ATM cell composition. All right. Constant bitrate, variable bitrate, available bitrate, unspecified bitrate, and we have advantages and disadvantages of ATM. Then we move to the MPLS and VPN.